So we thought freedom meant pointing at a map in the morning and then just driving. But now, if you don't have a reservation or at least 3 backups, you're probably not going to be able to camp where you want. I'm talking national parks, state parks, and even BLM land. I mean, they're filling up fast. Woo, and Yellowstone in July. Woo, if you didn't book months ago, you are out of luck. I mean, we've been there circling around every site just to see nothing but reserve signs.
We had this happen this summer at Great Basin National Park.
Yes.
Totally booked. And we only got in because someone had canceled that very morning and we pounced on it before it disappeared.
We got so lucky. And even when you do find a spot, sometimes when you get there, you're literally 3 feet from your neighbor's sewer line. I mean, it's not exactly the escape to nature we pictured. Number 2, overnight parking isn't simple anymore.
Remember when everyone said just crash at Walmart or pull into a Cracker Barrel? Well, not anymore.
Nope.
Now we're finding that no overnight parking signs are popping up at more and more Walmarts, Cracker Barrels, and other places that we used to be able to park at, making it more difficult to stay overnight in spots overnight. And they're seemingly popping up everywhere these days.
Yeah, I mean, freedom seems like it's suddenly come with the side of, where the heck we gonna sleep tonight?
Yeah.
I mean, we've circled small towns at night, 11 p.m., reading those posted signs like lawyers. I mean, certainly not the carefree lifestyle we imagine.
And it's not just businesses too. Many counties and towns have been tightening their rules as well. So freedom these days, sometimes it takes apps, memberships, even talking to locals to try to find a legal spot to spend the night.
Freedom with fine print.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
Okay, serious question. If you could wake up anywhere tomorrow in an RV, where would it be?
Yeah, because we would love seeing everyone's dream spot. Number 3, freedom still means following the rules.
Public lands used to feel like the last true freedom.
Oh, yes.
Right? Just roll in, pick a spot, stay pretty much as long as you want.
Oh, almost as long as you
Yeah,
want.
well, that's true. But now many have limits, they even have fees, and some have designated zones. A great example of this is actually when we camped at Alabama Hills this past summer. We actually had to fill out an online permit just to camp there. And not only that, but it's also limited to very specific marked sites now. Very few sites you actually camp at.
Yeah, it's not just anywhere in those gorgeous rocks like people used to.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's just one of those things that it's been overused and trashed in certain areas, so they had to put these limitations on it. Nothing says Wild West like filling out forms before you can park.
Yeah.
Number 4, internet freedom isn't always there. I mean, Starlink has been a big game changer for us, especially when you're camping in areas with no cell service. And that happens more often than you might think. But it's not a magic wand. I mean, it really only works if you're clearly in an area with a clear shot to the sky. You camp under some heavy trees or deep in a canyon, and all of a sudden your freedom turns into a big fat no service screen. And for us, it's not just about being able to scroll on our phones. For us, our work depends on us being online, uploading videos, and being able to communicate with you, our incredible community.
Yeah, that's so true. We've had nights driving through river gorges with trees overhanging us, desperately looking for just a sliver of open sky for Starlink to connect to. And without any luck, right, it's turned into nights that should have been relaxed and fun into just crazy, stressful moments.
Oh gosh, those scrambles were just, oh. I mean, yeah, instead of sitting there sipping tea, yes, tea, and watching the sunset, we're more like on the lines of, Dave, maybe move it a little 20 more feet.
Right?
Move it
Like,
20 more feet this way.
Go this way.
Or maybe the satellite will like it better over here. And suddenly it feels like playing hide and seek without a space. Number 5, maintenance follows you everywhere, my precious. Come, maintenance, come with me.
Freedom does not mean freedom from repairs. Out here, something is always breaking.
True.
And if you're not handy, you're either paying, waiting, or both.
Both.
Right? And usually when you least expect it.
It's true, like even on our road trip this summer, and y'all right there with us, our water pump decided to start acting up. I mean, there is nothing like waking up in the middle of the night with your water pump cycling on and off, and no one is at the sink. I mean, you know there's an issue, and that'll get your heart rate up real quick.
Yeah, you think you're cruising down the highway as free as can be, right? Then boom, suddenly something happens and you're troubleshooting in a campground parking lot. In RV shops, forget about it. An appointment could be weeks out.
It's so true. I mean, I'm telling you right now, at this point, I truly think our van breaks down just to remind us who was in charge. Spoiler, it ain't us. Number 6, space and privacy don't equal freedom. I mean, people think downsizing means freedom. Less stuff, less stress. And yes, 100 square feet of space does feel quite cozy until I need to cook and Dave has to get something from the refrigerator. And there's like a choreographed dance that goes wrong.
Yeah, that is so true. And the cats don't care either.
No.
I mean, Brady will like sprawl out in our one little tiny walkway and he's like, I am freedom. You can just walk over me.
I'm like, well, no treaty for mommy, sweetie, if you don't move. We cannot be the only ones, y'all. So be honest. Who else does like the kitchen dance in their home on wheels bumping into each other? You have to tell us your funniest tiny space moments in the comments. But the truth is, small space doesn't mean freedom. I mean, there's no privacy, there's no breathing room. I can hear Dave sometimes breathing or farting 3 feet away.
And smell.
So true. And those RV walls, let me tell you, our neighbors probably know when we have our silly little arguments or when he is singing off key in the shower.
Well, at least you call it singing. But instead of freedom, it's more like living with a built-in audience, right? Whether it's each other, whether it's the kiddies, or whoever's parked next to us.
Well, let's truly face it. We live our life with a built-in audience anyway. And some of y'all have seen some of them episodes where our fire battles got a little bit out of control. But hey, there is no shame in our game. Number 7, RV park prices are climbing fast.
In the past few years, freedom's gotten pricey. We've seen many RV parks charging $80, $90, and some well over $100 a night. And many of these places are not exactly luxury resorts. We've had nights where we've kind of looked at each other saying, man, we're paying more tonight than we would for a hotel room.
True. And it's not every night, but it's enough to make you double check your budget. So an RV park that we stayed at a lot recently raised their rates by about 25%. And that wasn't something we were planning for. I mean, freedom on wheels isn't quite as cheap as it looks on the gram. Number 8, freedom pauses when safety's in question. One thing you don't think of when you picture RV freedom is the amount of mental energy that goes into feeling safe. And we're not just talking about locking your doors. We're talking everything from sketchy encounters with strangers, wildlife showing up at 2 a.m., or crazy storms showing up out of nowhere.
Yeah, like that night we parked at a casino in Nevada, right? Looked safe on paper, but we realized pretty quickly we were actually getting cased.
That was so scary.
Right, and so we packed up and got out of there quickly. So sometimes freedom means being able to roll out on a moment's notice and take in charge of your own safety.
Heck yeah, I mean, if you guys have not seen that episode, we would highly recommend you watch that before you ever stay at a casino parking lot. And that's not the only scenario. I mean, from unexpected wildlife encounters like bears or mountain lions to unexpected flash floods just cutting you off in the desert. I mean, you might think freedom means wide open, but sometimes the reality really is you have to always be prepared for the unknown. Number 9, packing feels like Tetris, not freedom. You might think downsizing means less hassle, but nope, it just means every item has to earn its place. And packing in an RV, it definitely feels like playing Tetris with your life. And the moment you need that one thing, you can guarantee it's buried somewhere at the bottom.
Yeah, Tanya has that sixth sense for asking me to grab that one item that is invariably buried under 3 bins in the garage. And I'm like, sure, babe, let me just dismantle the whole garage to get that one cooking pan that you need. So freedom, it's more like puzzle solving on wheels every day.
Guilty, guilty, guilty. Number 10, cooking freedom comes with constraints. And speaking of cooking, y'all know I love cooking in here. I mean, I really enjoy making full meals in our tiny little camper van kitchen. But freedom in here is not the Food Network set. It's more like an induction cooktop, no oven of course, a small sink, and if I chop anything more than 1 onion, boom, my counter space is gone. But I can get creative in here. I mean, we pull off some pretty incredible dinners. Yes. It's just, I feel like in my mind, it's just cooking on hard mode at times. And I always say to myself, freedom isn't about that counter space. It's about working with what you got.
And let's be honest, you work it well.
Well, thanks, babe. That might get you some brownie points later. Well, plus we have 2 cats that really consider themselves my sous chefs. So yes, I love it. But cooking freedom, y'all, that is a new definition up in here. Number 11, cassette toilets equals liquid freedom only. So yes, cooking freedom has its limits. But speaking of limits, let's talk about that toilet.
Well, here's the truth. We don't poop in our cassette. Liquids only. Now, solids, we're probably out hunting for a nearby vault toilet. And if all else fails, we can set up basically a tent toilet with a bag. And it's not glamorous, but it gets the job done.
It works. That poop kit works, baby. And those vault toilet hunts, oh man, the things we settle for in the name of freedom. I mean, it's not exactly those Instagram moments of van life, that's for sure. And honestly, we've skipped out on some pretty gorgeous boondocking spots just to be closer to a vault toilet. Well, especially if I'm making my delicious beans and rice and avocado and extra spice. That's the beautiful part. That's also the unglamorous part right there. Number 12, trash piles up fast.
If the cassette toilet didn't kill the Instagram fantasy, here's another one. Trash. And when you're out boondocking, trash builds up quickly. Now we'll take our trash, seal it up in a plastic bag, and put it in the garage space. But let's be real, it's not perfect. That trash sits there waiting for the next dumpster.
Yeah, and freedom is a lot less like those fresh pine trees and more like day-old leftovers baking in the sun. Or depending on how long you're boondocking, those poop bags can get a little feisty.
No, definitely. And we've actually planned detours just to find the nearest dumpster.
Amen to that. Oof. Number 13, freedom still means long hauls.
Some people picture RV life as endless sunsets and short drives between postcard perfect spots. But here's the truth. Some days you're just driving. And especially if you're on a cross-country road trip, those drives can be 8, 9, or even 10 hours, and they can just be super long days.
Ooh, they sure can. Yes, I mean, freedom sometimes feel like trucker life, except we don't get paid for it. I mean, just last week, we drove over 400 miles in a day. And by the time we got to our spot, we were so wiped, we couldn't even enjoy where we landed.
And that's the irony. You chase freedom, but sometimes that means burning through gas, rest stops, and drinking way too much coffee to get to that next location.
True.
And we always recommend slowing down.
Stay longer.
Exactly, really soaking in places. But sometimes you just can't do that. You got to roll to the next location.
And that is honestly the true reality of it. Number 14, fuel freedom costs a fortune.
Those long driving days, they come with a hefty price tag. Gas. And freedom on the highway, well, it doesn't feel so free when you're staring at $150 and sometimes $200 just to fill up your tank. And if you're doing a 400-mile road trip that day, well, that gas tank empties pretty quickly. So it adds up quick.
And sure, prices have dropped over the past year. But the reality is, fuel is still one of the biggest budget items in RV life. I mean, you can't just freedom your way past the gas station. So every big road trip has you deeply thinking about cost per mile.
Yeah, and sometimes I swear we measure distance in terms of tanks of gas versus miles.
True.
Right, that's about 1.5 tanks away.
That's so true. Woo, number 15. Woo, freedom comes with critters. Whew. Another thing you don't picture when it comes to freedom on the open road are critters. I'm talking mice, ants, spiders. They all want a piece of your home on wheels. And sometimes they find their way in. Ugh. I mean, like that night at Great Basin National Park when we woke up with a dead mouse next to our bed. But not just any dead mouse. One that had its head bitten clear off by our cats. I mean, it was like a midnight treat or a midnight gift from Brady and Bailey.
No, it's true.
It's crazy.
And I gotta say, nothing says good more than like stepping out of bed and almost onto that crime scene. Right? Right? It's almost like freedom from nature. Sometimes mean freedom comes inside with you.
Oh, God. And y'all, it's not just mice. I mean, we've battled ants, flies, and the occasional spiders crawling across your ceiling at 2 a.m. I mean, nothing says freedom like laying there with bug spray, praying that that thing doesn't fall on your face. Number 16, freedom has a supply chain.
Out here, freedom runs on a supply chain. Fresh water, propane, groceries, cat food, dump stations, right? All of it. And of course, none of it is gonna show up just because you're parked in a pretty spot.
No, it's true. I mean, it's not like a house. We don't have a big enough storage facility in this RV. We don't have a large pantry. We can't do big bulky Costco runs to get things supplied. Everything we buy has to fit in this little camper van, which means more frequent stops just to keep the basics supplied.
Yeah, so instead of filling a garage shelf with 3 months worth of paper towels, we're out there hunting for like that perfect small paper towel roll that like it's gold.
It's so true.
Right?
I mean, sometimes freedom feels more like running errands. Number 17, freedom is not free. After 4 years on the road, here's the truth. Freedom out here comes with a price. Now, it's not just the money, although fuel, repairs, campgrounds, and definitely supplies can add up. It's the mental energy that comes with this life, the planning, constant trade-offs.
Yeah, we've had some of the best moments of our lives doing this. Sunsets and wide open roads and just meeting some incredible people.
Meeting some of y'all.
But freedom isn't a switch you flip. It's something you manage, protect, and sometimes even fight for.
True. So yeah, RV life isn't the endless freedom people picture, but it's real. It's messy and it's ours. And even with all the trade-offs, we wouldn't trade it back for anything.
No way.
Ooh, I just felt like that got a little deep for a second.
It did.
Well, thanks for hanging out with y'all, and we'll see you in the next adventure. Next up,
Canada!